Welcome to Spalding's Court, the sports podcast talk show with myself, Wes and Spalding, and my twin brother, Wyatt Spalding, where we talk mainly basketball and tennis, sometimes other sports, definitely get into football, and we'll talk about our own athletic endeavors as we go over today, mainly tennis. We're talking about Ben Shelton winning his first ATP 1000 tournament, looking good, headed into the U.S. Open. And then we're going to talk about somebody you've probably never heard of, Victoria Mboko. She is from Canada, won the Canada Open in Montreal, I believe it was last weekend. And then we're going to talk about the Cincinnati Open that's going on right now, our predictions on who we think is going to win. Then we'll talk about our lives. Wise can talk about his tennis league that he's in. And I'm going to talk about the half marathon that I just ran this past weekend in the beautiful Colorado mountainside. So get it started. Wyatt, what'd you think about Ben Shelton winning his first big tournament, his ATP 1000 tournament in Toronto, Canada? And before you answer that, the 1000 is the amount of points that you win if you win the tournament. They're bigger cash prizes. They're like the second, or they're the same amount of points as the 4 Grand Slams, but just not as
big or a big deal, or
just like media wise, not as covered as much. But
still pretty nice.
Yeah, still worth a lot of points when you win. Bigger pools, usually like 64 to 128 guys or girls in one of those tournaments, I believe. But yeah, why I know you watched the whole match. I watched mainly the highlights, but what'd you think? What'd you see? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, so Sheldon played pretty good. He lost in tiebreaker the first set.
Yeah.
And then he played Karen Kachanova. Yeah. And
Karen
so
Hutchinoff.
Sorry. Karen Hutchinoff.
Yeah.
And he's
tough name to say.
From Russia. When he was like Karen,
Russia.
Not gonna lie, I was like watching with Dad. I was like, it's not like it's like, do they say it a different way? Like, no, his name's Karen. I mean, he's Russia,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
I just never heard a guy his name is
name.
Karen. But
yeah,
he was like
he was good.
Predicting, or he was controlling most of the points. It felt like,
yeah,
and like Shelton was like obviously serving like really well. When Shelton gets in the zone, like his serve, like his fastest serves were like 224 kilometers. So it's like 224, then 227, then 231. And it was just like, damn. Like try to returning that, like 200, in 31.
Kilometers per hour.
Wow,
Yeah.
kilometers per
Sounds
hour.
cool
Yeah,
when you say
I want to say
kilometers.
miles per hour. I was like, well, that's not right. That feels like that could kill you. And so, but yeah, kilometers per hour. And like, that's when Sheldon's on. But like, Karen guy was just really running him around. And then like, Sheldon's really good at like, I think like running around his backhand and hitting inside out forehands, which I love to do. But he would like have some points where like he'd try to drop shot and it would work sometimes. But like this time it was like, dude, like, why are you drop shotting when you could just go down the line and you got a killer forehand? Because he would miss it, like hit the net or it'd go way out. I remember like during the match, his dad, who's his coach, would tell him like to lean forward, like so lean into your shot, like don't get on your back heels. Or that could also mean like go towards the net. So you work your way up to the net. And that's like you hit a ground show, let's say a forehand at the baseline, then you put them on the defense, then you're in no man's land, then you put the shot away. And if they still return it, usually like they have to stick their racket out and they're on a defensive position because then you go to the net and then you really put it away. So you want to like keep moving forward. Like if you keep moving backwards, like farther and farther from the baseline or towards the baseline even, then you're really on the defense. Unless like you can rip it. But there was just like I think it was like the third set. Or no, and the second, I think he said was like Yeah, I don't know if they mic up the coaches, but they must have because you could hear his coach clearly. Like he's like, go forward, like lean forward into your shots, and just like it's like basic stuff what you would tell anybody. But he's a pro, and I was listening to a podcast and they were saying how Shelton can like play when he's on his game. He can play any game, like whether it's serve and volley, which I think he should do a lot of serve and volley because he's got a tremendous serve. That's his biggest weapon.
He's got a killer serve, puts people on the defense
Exactly. So
immediately.
he could run up to the net and just like put it away. But a lot of times, like he does certain volley and then like he puts them on the defense, like if he's gonna ace him or almost ace him, where he can just rip his forehand for a winner, which I think a lot of people like to do that rather
Mhm.
than go the net. But yeah, and then he won the second set, 6-4. Yeah, 6-4. And he really, you thought like, oh, he's gonna like take the third and do and just go with it, but no, he was down like 3-5 or no 3-4, had to like kind of fight back, and then the tiebreaker he just like dominated. He just took over
Yeah,
the tiebreaker,
he
and
won. He like saved 5 of 6 break points. So that means
yeah,
he was about to lose his serve. One of them he was down 0-40 in the second set, and he came back and winning that one kind of broke. Um, it broke Hutchinoff. Like he like missed the point, and then you could tell it like got to him. But then like when Shelton was he like had a chance to put away in the first set,
mm,
lost it, lost tiebreaker, but he never seemed like rattled. Like he always seems like calm. Even when he plays the big dogs like Sinner and Alcaraz in those major tournaments, he's like, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and whatever happens, happens. Like he doesn't beat himself up too much from what I've seen. I don't know if you've watched him more and seen a meltdown ever.
yeah, like actually, so like you see coaches all the time, like they will they'll be like telling their player like do this, run, hit to the backhand, hit to the forehand, blah blah blah, all this strategic stuff. When it's like you're in the match already, it's not practice time. What you have is what you have, like what you're good at and what you're not good at, or strengths, weaknesses, whatever. But like Shelton's coach, his dad is like, come on, Shelton, 1 point at a time, watch the ball. He just tells him like the most basic things and tries to keep his mind right. And that's how he wins. His dad's not like saying like, oh, you need to put more topspin on the ball, slice it here, hit the backhand here. He's just telling him encouragement because you're out there by yourself. The time to
Mhm.
be really analytical is practice. This is not practice. This is the finals of a tournament. So I think like a lot of coaches, like I just remember watching the US Open when Goff, she had like Brad Gilbert as her coach, and he was telling her all this stuff, and she literally told him to shut up because he was getting in her head, it looked like, and telling her all this analytical stuff. And it's like she doesn't need that. She's out there just trying to play to win the match. And that's what Shelton's coach does is he just tries to fill his head with like positivity, tell him to like keep fighting, keep going, dig deep, 1 point at a time. It's just the simplest things because that's what you need in a match. You need somebody telling you the most simplest stuff because you're in your head of like, oh, I need to hit it here, or why didn't I hit it there? Should hit it there. Okay, hit it here now. Like all this stuff because you're being analytical in your head
Yeah,
already because you know so much. I'd always say like, man, I wish I didn't know a lot about tennis because then I wouldn't think about it. I would just hit it.
yeah,
And sometimes it does help. Like I've been in matches where I'm like, all right, I'm gonna hit it here, and I don't care how he hits the ball. I'm just gonna smoke it here, and I do. And sometimes I don't. But like in a pro match, like think about a pro match, like they're just killing the ball. So I mean, you just have to react sometimes. And Shelton, if you so like he does like a two-handed backhand, but he also uses his one-hander for like defensive purposes. And most of his like winners come on the forehand side, but that's pretty good. Like that's something I need to work on more is going back to my two-hander. But you need to use all the strokes possible. Like Roger Federer only hit with one-hander. Well, there's probably never going to be another Roger Federer. Probably. Never say never, but
Well,
And
he was so good because his prep was so good, and
exactly. And
it's
so
funny,
like,
the podcast I just listened to talks about how people think you can, if you're a mentally tough person, you can just go into something and like mentally win off of your will, but you need the preparation. You can only mentally go so far. And a lot of times, talking about how somebody has the physical skills, but they need the mental skills. It's like Ben Shelton and Federer, especially, like they prep so well outside that not only do they have the confidence for the mental strength and they have the experience of playing, obviously, for the mental strength, but it's like they have a training plan that sets them up to go long in these tournaments that
yeah.
once you get to semis, like everybody's gassed. You've played, 5 to 7 rounds of tennis already.
Mhm.
If you're only playing singles, you might be playing doubles too. And now you got to have the gas to be able to go win when it counts the most.
Yeah, exactly. And Shelton, like he lost the first set, and you can be like really down after losing the first set, like oh
You can lose
crap.
the whole match based off of how you come off of losing that first set.
Yeah. Like I mean, it's just like any game, basketball, it all depends on like how you play in the first quarter sometimes.
Yeah.
And
Or how you respond after a bad first quarter, a
yeah, that's a
bad
better
first
one.
match.
How
Yeah.
you respond better. And Shelton, like you said, he just had a pretty calm, cool, face on him, and he really like started to play his game, which was ripping forehands, hitting aces. He hit 16 aces in the match, which
Yeah.
was crazy.
And they
Like
had some long
16
points too.
aces. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
it
had
didn't
some
even seem
like,
like he hit that many aces.
yeah.
But yeah, this is insane. And then oh,
He won
but then
14 straight service points in the final tiebreaker.
yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, he was on a roll.
He like
And isn't he like the one of the earliest? He's the youngest American to win a Masters 1000 championship.
that's
He ended a
crazy.
22-year drought.
He was
That's crazy.
83%, 83% on break points. He was 5 for 6. So he broke his opponent's serve. He had 38 winners. And then match time is 2 hours and 47 minutes. Like everyone's like, well, what's the big deal about the match time? But like honestly, like that is a big thing too. Like if you play over 2 hours, you're feeling it. Like
Oh
then
yeah,
like
and
you have
even
got to be like dead.
from my train, personal trainer, strength conditioning coach, or former. And once you start working out over an hour, you got to start fueling your body with carbs and electrolytes. Electrolytes, especially, well, both honestly, you need because you need the carbs for the energy, and then you need the electrolytes for your nerve system to be firing well. And tennis, talk about a game when you need your reaction time, you need your focus on point. Um, so yeah, I wonder. I want to start paying attention more to what those guys are eating in between games because they probably got like a drink that's got electrolytes, a drink that's got water. Sometimes they eat a banana. Sometimes they eat, a bar. Guys will drink Coca-Cola, which honestly, like the only good thing that Coca-Cola is for when you're working out longer than an hour and a half and you need a kick. I'll tell you that. That stuff
Yeah.
will work because it just shoots up your blood sugar, gives you, instant sugar,
Yeah.
which is what you need when you play sports. Like you need that energy instantly.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Here's another because I'm the stack guy of this podcast, so I just love stats. But so he had Ben Shelton had 16 aces, and he had more unforced errors. So unforced errors, play tennis, like it's you making the error, like you hit it out, you hit it into the net. He had 45 unforced errors, but he had 38, like I said, 38 winners. And it's all about like winning the biggest points. Like first serve, they were both uh Chatronova. He was 64% on his first serve. Ben Shelton was 64% on his first serve. But then first serve points won. Ben Shelton was 80%. So uh That's a big thing in the match of winning those little points of on your first serve or on your opponent's first serve, winning those points. And then the second serve, he was only 59%. So then that kept
It's still
carrying
pretty
in the
high
match.
compared to what I
Yeah.
usually see. He's just like, I don't know. I see like lower sometimes, but
Yeah. And then
because
like,
you're not like giving your best on your second serve, gives the other opponent a little better opportunity to make a move instantly. Sometimes
yeah.
it's always cool to watch the pros like run up on each other's serves.
Mhm.
They'll like be back. They'll be like almost touching the wall. And then
Yeah.
in people's second serve, they'll come up. And then once the ball hits the ground, they like jump into it and like two-hand backhand, like bunt it back over. But they bunt it like hard, and then they put the server in a tough situation. Alcaraz was doing that a lot. I feel like when I was watching him play center, maybe.
Yeah.
Um, but I don't know. I just think it's kind of cool to watch because that's so hard to do, like right off the bounce. And it's still coming at over 100 miles per hour, maybe like 90, if it's got more spin on it, or maybe somebody just having a great second serve. But yeah, winning those first, like Shelton it's tough to break him because his serve is so good.
Yeah.
Like you have to just keep hitting back a 120, 130. I looked it up for you, by the way. 143, which was the highest miles per hour serve he had at the Toronto Open. So you got this little tiny tennis ball coming at you at 130, 140 miles per hour, and you got to do something with it. But then don't put yourself in a bad position, so that way Shelton just doesn't like put you away right away. Which is why Wyatt says he should be coming to the net more because his serve is so deadly, puts guys on their back heels, and then he can come up and finish it right away. Because usually tennis is under 4 hits.
Mhm.
This match definitely felt like it was an average of like 10 to 15.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
the highlights show it, or you just remember the big points.
Right.
But I think this is going to be cool to see how he does in the Cincinnati Open, which is going on this week. And the finals should be, I think it should be Sunday, right?
Yeah. So like the weird thing about this tournament, the finals was like during the week.
Oh, yeah, for the
Yeah.
Toronto Open,
So
yeah.
it was like for the Toronto one, because it was like August 7th was a Thursday. So like
Mhm.
the finals was on a Thursday for men and
Yeah.
women. So it was just really weird. It was like during the week. I think they started the tournament on a weekend, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but they must have.
Yeah. So, but then like go into like during the men's match, there's all this corruption, all this noise, and both players they don't know what's going on. Well, the women's tournament was held in Montreal, Canada, and Mboko Mboko won, who's a Canadian. She's 18 years old, and she beat 4 previous Grand Slam winners to get to the finals, which is crazy.
Yeah, that was wild. So you're saying like during the match, everybody like saw that she won and then just went crazy because
Yeah,
she's a
yeah. Like I don't
home
know, they showed on
country
the
hero.
like no the guys didn't know what was going on, like what's happening. So they went to the
Yeah,
umpire and he's like, "Oh, Mboko won." And they're like, "Oh." Like they were just freaking out. They didn't care if there was a men's tennis match going on. Like she's from their country. She is only 18 years old and she comes out of nowhere and just wins this tournament, which is a
yeah. And
1,000 point tournament.
at the beginning of the year, Victoria Mboko, she was ranked 333. So she started January 2025, over 300.
Mhm.
Then going into this tournament, she was ranked 84th, and now she's all the way up to rank 24th in the world for women's tennis, which shows you the importance of getting deep in these ATP 1000 tournaments because you can get more points the farther you get in the tournament. To start this year too, she won her first like 20 matches, and where'd it go? She began the year with an extraordinary streak, 22 consecutive match wins. 20 of those she won. Sorry. So she won 22 consecutive match wins. And then she claimed some titles as well. Kind of a cool story. So her parents like escaped Congo when there was like some wars going on there. I believe I might get this backwards, but I believe her mom was up in Canada and then her dad was living down in North Carolina because there was something with um, getting the visas right. So, or it might be the other way around. Maybe the mom was living in North Carolina, dad was in Canada. Anyway, one of her parents they had to be like separated, and then they finally were able to be together in North Carolina. And then I think she was born in the U.S., but then moved to Canada and got her citizenship there. Not 100% sure. But from what I read on a couple articles, it sounds like she kind of has a story of like the Greek freak from the Milwaukee
Yeah,
Bucks. Yeah. So that's what I
yeah,
was kind of like thinking about, when reading about this and how she had to overcome some hardships, uh, or her family did. I don't know if she did. But, just sounds like she grew up in a family that was all about building resiliency and family focus, staying together. And I feel like that always makes a good athlete when they somehow have parents that overcame some adversity or they themselves had to come something that was bigger than life, or bigger than sports. Something that's um, just something that you got to overcome in life. And yeah, I'm excited to see how she's going to do in the U.S. Open. Uh, because I feel like she could be on a roll here. She's climbing the ladder. She's got a lot of momentum going, and she beat, like you said, four tennis players that have won some Grand Slams. One of the big significant ones being Osaka, who has won four Grand Slams back around 2019 through 2022. And I also like her a lot as a player. She's a lot of fun. Came back, took a break. So I kind of hope both those females tennis players do really well in this next Grand Slam coming up.
yeah. To beat like those four champions, Goff, Kennan won once, and I think people forget that Kennan did win because she only won one Grand Slam, but a Grand Slam's a Grand Slam. And
Yeah, they're
then
still incredibly difficult to win.
yeah, and then Rybakina, who won Wimbledon, and I want to say she won it twice.
I
Yeah,
think I
no,
got it right
21. She
here.
won it once. I think she
Rybakina,
got
yeah, she won
yeah, one.
Wimbledon in 2022.
Two, yeah. For some reason, I thought she won it twice, but maybe she got second once, I think. But golf, now she's a two-time Grand
Mm-hmm.
Slam. She's won the U.S. Open and the French. And I mean, that's just crazy. Like to beat multiple women that have won multiple Grand Slams, and then to
Yeah,
beat the ones that have won one. And I think Rybakina has played in a couple finals. That's that's amazing because she's 18 years old. So she looked up to all these women.
yeah,
And now it is to like think about your mindset. Like, how would you like feel like, wow, like I can't like be starstruck. I have to go out there and beat the person I was trying to like,
to become.
yeah, to become when I watched them on TV. Like
Yes.
that's crazy. Like it'd be
Mm-hmm.
like if had to play like Roger Federer or Andy Roddick or something. Like I watch these guys and I tried to like critique their game and play like them. And then I have to play them. So like I can't be a fan. I have to like you have to go out there and be like, screw this person. I'm gonna beat them. Like this is insane. But I think it's more likely that Shelton will capitalize off of this than Mboko. Just because she's like I feel like she's gotta prove herself still more because she's 18. So it could only like happen once. Maybe it's a one-time fluke, or maybe this is something that will happen more and more.
We might be watching the climb of a top five tennis player here. Who knows?
Man, the women, like you got to say like top 10 because like the women, you don't know like who's gonna win in the women. With the men,
Yeah,
it seems
true.
like there's always two or three like, oh, well, they're gonna win. But with the women, you just don't, you have no idea
Mm-hmm.
at all, which makes it pretty fun because I mean, it could be anyone from like number one to maybe number 12
I was
that
gonna
could
say, yeah,
win
1
all.
through 12, 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Ego was dominating for a little bit, but now she's like middle of the pack of that 1 through 12. She's like sixth or something like
Yeah, I
that.
think too, she had some injuries and she like, I don't know. Iga's one of those people. it doesn't matter where she's ranked. She's like a
Be-
killer.
Yeah,
So
you're scared.
yeah, exactly. It's like when Roger Federer and Nadal played in, I think it was the 2017 Australian Open,
Yeah,
and like Nadal was 9 and Federer was like 17. But who cares? It's Nadal and Federer. Like you
yeah,
almost would rather have them be up top because that would just suck to be a higher seed and be like, well, I'm definitely the underdog here. I have to play this all-time great. That's
yeah. I feel like for the women's side, that's Sablenka and Iga. To be honest, like I
yeah.
love cover golf. Um, you know, love Keys. Anybody from the US, I'm going for.
Yeah.
But like Sablenka, I feel like she always gets to the semifinals, and Iga, she maybe got upset like a couple times, but like she just shows up when the stage is big.
Iga is better I think on clay and grass and hard court. She
Yeah.
definitely has more success.
Hmm.
But it's weird because it's like a different she probably some of these players they grow up like Alcaraz grew up playing on clay. So
Hmm.
it's like what you grow up on, you're used to playing on certain
Hmm.
surfaces. There's I feel like there are some tournaments. I don't know if there's many anymore. And I found this out when we were kids, like playing on a video game, but there's carpet. You can play on carpet. Like this kind
That's
of
so
carpet.
weird.
I know that'd be
I
really
would hate
weird.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be weird. But yeah. I mean, and did you know that a lot of the tournaments used to be just clay? Like I think the
No, and
Australian
like
Open.
originally in tennis.
Yeah, there were a lot of tournaments that were clay and then they switched it and everything. But that would be kind of weird if if the norm was clay. But it would save your body more.
Oh yeah, way better
So
on your knees.
it just
Talk about
hard.
that. That's why Victoria and Mboko is not playing in the Cincinnati Open. She had like a little wrist injury, but she was like, "Oh,
Mm,
I'm just gonna rest for 2 days and I'll be back, like
oh yeah,
practicing." And she's not gonna plan anything till the U.S. Open.
that's
And I think
smart.
that's gonna be a really interesting thing. Like we got Victoria and Mboko who played this tournament. I'm not sure what she played before. Then take a little break before the U.S. Open. You got Draper, who is basically 100% off until the U.S. Open,
Hmm.
and then you got Ben Shelton or Alex Demore, the Demon, who they're just playing everything possible. Because I think after Cincinnati Open, it's the U.S. Open. Like it's here, it's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
which I think is good because people like what I noticed for my amateur crappy rec league compared to the pros, obviously. But it doesn't matter if you're really good or you just meet playing for fun. If you want to do good in your league, you should practice. You should not play all the time. Because if you want to work on stuff or
Mhm.
fix something, then it's these guys have practices. They can practice before their matches or the days in between, but it's not the same because think about it. Like at a grand slam, you're trying to recover, but also practice at the same time. So your practices probably I would think, aren't as intense
Yeah,
through the days you're at the grand slam because you're trying to save your body for the matches. Where if you take some time off to practice, recover your body, you can make your game even better. Maybe make your weaknesses make your weaknesses better. Build on a strength. You need to practice, whether you're an amateur just playing for fun or you're a pro, because that's where you get better. I think is in practice.
well, speaking about your tennis league, Wyatt, fill us in. How's the league been going? I kind of already know, but we're gonna talk about it more here. Tell us how the season is wrapping up for you.
So my summer season wrapped up in my ABTL league. I can't remember what ABTL stands for, but basically it's a flex league. So you make your matches on your own time. It's basically just like calling a friend to go play, except you get points for winning.
Yeah,
And so I did really well for my third year in the league. I had a winning record in the league. In the regular season, I finished 7-1. I finished second in the league. And then I won a playoff match, which I had never done. The year before, I went 4-6, which was the same record I did in my first year as well. But the positive I took out the second year was my playoff match. I lost, but it was closer. My first year, I got killed in the playoffs. But my second year, I almost upset it the 2 seed, and I was the 7 seed. We went to like three
Gosh, that would
sets.
have been hilarious.
Yeah. And so uh and then this year I played my doubles partner David. Like we're basically we're like switching back and forth between the second and third seed all year. So we play each other in semis. I lost last night. I lost like 6-1, 6-3, or 3-1, 6-3-6, my score.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just like didn't play as well. We had some pretty good games. Like the games were good, but like I just like didn't finish. And David served really well. Like I had a hard time returning his serve, and we're pretty even. But I think I've only beaten David like twice ever. So I beat him in a tournament one time, and then I beat him this year in the regular season.
How
But
many
then
total people are in the league?
there's like I want to say 11 or 12 if you count yourself, and like
Nice.
eight. I don't know if it's like eight people signed up for the league or the top eight make it. My first year, you had to make the top eight to play in the tournament, and I was the eighth seed, so I was like pretty pumped about it. Like, oh, because I had the fear of like having a disability, and none of these guys have a disability. Like, am I gonna win a game, like a match?
Yeah.
But then I made the playoffs, so I was pumped about that. And
Mhm.
then last year I was seventh seed, like I said. So this year, like I was like, oh, I could win this, but I knew it'd be
Climbing the
hard.
ladder to the
Yeah,
two in the
so
league,
I'm like I'm like
then
was
kind of
pretty
choked in the
disappointed that I
semis,
didn't make
but
the finals,
whatever.
but like I was like happy, like, oh, like I did really well in
Yeah.
the regular season. I lost it. But it's not like I got upset real bad. I mean, I lost to the third seed, which we were like
I mean, you got
it
to
was
upset
we
it.
were like basically tied for second, I feel like we weren't, but Dave and I were just back
It's
and
okay,
forth.
man. You got to upset it. It happens.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did basically, but it was like he's the third seed on the second seed. It's not like I lost to the seventh seed. And
Yeah.
so
Question for you though. What do you feel like you've improved on the most from your first year to now your third year? Like, why do you think you've made this jump in the
I think my
league?
strength, like I was lifting a lot more and being able to
Mhm.
get stronger so I get the ball harder.
Yeah.
Court coverage, I've gotten a lot faster. So strength and court coverage, I think were big.
What have you been getting
Obviously,
stronger in? Like legs,
yeah, like I've
core?
been focused on my legs and stuff. Cause I was
Mhm.
like, I mean, basketball, tennis, you gotta use your legs. People
Yeah.
always think about your arm. And no, if you like tense up in your arm, like
Got to
that's what I was
rotate
doing.
through it
That's what I was doing like
and
yesterday.
hit
Like, I remember the
through
first
the
game,
ball.
I was trying to kill everything. And I was like, I'm using my arm too much. Like, use your leg, use your core. And so when I think about using my core, I hit the ball way better. And
Nice.
obviously, you can say consistency, but that's everyone. Everyone's got to be more consistent. But
And everything in life,
yeah, pretty much. And so,
the life nugget.
yeah. And yeah, I just really happy. Like, I had a winning record in the league.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That was big. And yeah, I
I was
mean,
not expecting you to do that good this year. You were
I
telling me
didn't think
how
so either. I
you were winning.
lost.
I was like, oh shit. He's got crushing it. I was like,
Yeah.
win the league. And then
Yeah. And then
I
I
get a
lost.
call that you're gonna lose though, because the last couple of days when we talked, you just seemed like you just seemed sick. You know?
Yeah, but that's not why I lost. I just lost because he played better than me.
Yeah, no excuses.
Yeah.
What am I
So
saying?
what the hell, Wes? Come on.
Yeah.
But
Don't
yeah, I
try
mean,
try to take David's win away from him. Can't do that.
dude, like I think he aced me like I want to say at least two times, maybe three. But it was hard. So like one thing I do need to work on, and it's just like anyone I play, like the guy I played on Friday, Dan,
Mhm.
like his serve wasn't hard, but it was like fast. So like if I bun it, it's
Hmm.
not because the serve's hard, it's because like I have trouble tracking it. Like it's like
Explain
David,
how it's fast but not hard.
like for me, because I don't know how like for me it was like I could get it over. Like if it's fast, I can get it over. But if it's hard, like even if I get a racket on it, I can't push it over the net.
Like
Like
power
it,
behind
yeah,
it. I
just
got what you're
so
saying.
much power. And
Yeah,
like
yeah.
David could put some power on it to where like I got a racket on it, but I couldn't even like get it over. Where
Yeah.
like Dan, he like it was fast, but I was like, if I just put a racket on, I can get it over. So, and some of that is like eyesight. Like when I played him, I was probably like I just played better when I played David in the league. But like I was really focused on like this is when I play anyone with the hard serve, but like you're like now. And that's like when it hits the ground in the service box and then you attack it. You can't wait till it comes comes off the bounce. Like you got to catch it on the bounce. Otherwise, like you're behind and you're hitting it out or you're just bunting it over. Sometimes too, I
Dude, we
tried
should
this.
put on tennis clinics. We should do it.
We probably could. Another one of Weston's a million good ideas, but will he follow
This
through
is a
on it?
really good idea, though. This one's gonna stick. This one's thrown against the wall and it's slapped on there. We put peanut butter on it and it's up against the wall. It's not coming down.
It's slowly sliding down, but still on there.
Hey, don't be dissing the idea.
Anyway, good idea.
I'll be
But
the hype guy and you'll be the coach. I'll be the hustle guy.
okay.
I'll be telling kids to run another lap.
But anyway,
Well, you missed your second serve. That's 20 push-ups.
yeah, we're gonna like kill people at our clinic. They're not gonna come
It's a
back.
boot camp.
But
You thought this
anyway,
was gonna be fun? There's no fun in tennis.
come on, Wes, let me get to my story. Damn it.
Sorry.
But
You got me hyped about this clinic.
okay, we'll get hype after I explain this good tennis thing.
Okay,
Anyway, what I did is like I tried to swing like with David, like on the serve return when
Yeah.
I should have bunted it sometimes. Sometimes I could, like if I caught it off the bounce and hit out in front of me, I could rip it. And I would rip
Yeah.
it like for a winner. Actually, no, I never ripped him for a winner, but I ripped it like to the corner, like pinned him in the corner. But
Get him on
sometimes,
defense a little bit.
yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
like, and I was always hitting like a wide open stance. So open stance is like when you're just like standing, you're not like lined up and your feet aren't squared, but you have to use like a lot of hip rotation. And I can do it, but I don't do it consistently enough. And I would do it, and I'm just like, why did I do that? I should have just bunted it, or like if I was gonna hit it, I should have had my feet more squared. Because you're thinking like, oh, I can swing with them, and I'm like this with a lot of people that hit with a lot of power behind their shots, and I'm just like, I'm strong, but I'm not as strong as them, so I should just bunt it sometime more than swing, especially if I don't feel like I'm out in front of it.
It is
And
crazy when you do that. It's crazy
yeah,
to watch somebody serve fast at you, or when I'm playing you and you bunt it. I'm like, how the heck did he do that? That was crazy.
dude, my favorite drill ever. We didn't do it that much because then dad had to like have back surgery and didn't play anymore. Dad would stand at the tee. So our dad was like a 4 or 5 player, which is really high. Like these are like college guys and stuff that would play with, and dad would like, he played tennis tournaments all the time and he'd win the singles and doubles tournaments when he was like our age. And so he'd stand at the tee, the service box, and then I'd stand way back and he would just serve at me over and over. And I just had to block it. Like I had to react. Because you think about it with CP, like you're 2 times slower than everybody else. So you have to react and everything. And so I'm just trying to think of ways like to get better. And it's like, well, I should do like I did this eye exercise as a kid because I went into eye therapy. It's like you have to like you can't move your head and they move like something in front of your face. You have to follow it, but you can't move your head.
Dude, that's what like race car drivers do. I
Yeah,
bet you
like
tennis players do that too.
I mean, yeah, think about it. But any sport, like, you have to watch the ball, baseball, tennis. I don't know, basketball is more shooting. I mean,
Basketball, you just gotta be able to focus. You
yeah,
gotta be
it's
able
just
to like
like
zone in. I mean, in a lot of sports, you gotta be able to zone out and focus on a target.
right. It's
Like
more like
basketball, it's like you just gotta focus
basketball
on
is
the
more the
back rim.
hoop. It's not really the ball. Anybody can catch a basketball.
Yeah, and more like people moving, stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So,
Like reading people.
but yeah, just like little things like that. And yeah, I'm like disappointed I didn't make the finals. And I thought I was having such a good year and I was on a roll. I really felt I could make the finals.
Yeah, you're
But
banned from the family now.
says the guy that doesn't even play in the league. But
I didn't want to be banned, so I just didn't join.
yeah, I bet you could win your league. Maybe it depends on who you play. You would
I
actually,
don't know. White has motivated me to get in a flex league. I think I'm determined. I am
yeah,
determined. I don't
you
think I
should
am. I
join
know I
one.
am.
But anyway, you
I don't know about this fall, but spring. I think springtime is my time to shine in a flex
yeah,
league.
you should get Audrey to play. You
Shine
guys
as in participate.
you,
See how it goes.
you should get Audrey to play. You guys play doubles. I mean,
Yeah, Audrey is like so nice that she doesn't like calling the ball out if the other person hits it out. She's like that nice of a person. She's
oh
like, I
my
would hate
God.
to call it out,
Oh,
but she's got a competitive side though. Once we start playing, once I get her to play more, because we used to play more often. We haven't played a lot recently, but if I get her playing again, I think she would do like
I mean, you guys could do really
that
well,
type of league.
I think.
Yeah,
So
I think so too. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how the husband and wife team combo would go. I
yeah.
think it would be okay though.
One thing is too is like
Um,
when you lose in the tournament, you do hope like, oh, I hope this guy wins. Because then you can say like at least I lost to the guy that won the thing.
I know. Yeah, you're like you better win. Sucks when you lose the next round, and when it's like a longer tournament,
Yeah, yeah.
you're like,
But
dang it.
I think eight's a good number sometimes. It's 3 rounds
Yeah,
and it's top eight. It's like if you're like 10 or lower, it's like, well, you didn't even do that good in the league. So, but
yeah,
like,
I like that because it puts way more pressure on the league games.
yeah,
I think that's what makes it
exactly.
fun.
To make the
Yeah,
tournament, I don't know. I think it's like anyone can sign up now. I can't remember, but it is kind of nice. It was only eight because just 3 rounds. But
yeah,
then there's one, I'm not gonna sign up for it, but there's like your divisional tournament, which I put in. Then there's like everyone. Like,
Flex league,
yeah, like it doesn't matter. You're 4-0 to the bottom league like I play in.
dude, that would
Like you
suck.
you just put I know. Dave and I were talking about it. It's like that would be terrible. Like you're playing like a 4-0, 4-5 guy. That's not gonna be fun for anybody. But
Yeah,
then but now if you combine them, be like 3-0 and 3-5, that'd be
yeah,
fine. You could do
yeah.
that.
You
There's
could
a couple.
upset like one person that's a little above you like that, but like yeah, a 3-0 to a 4-0, it's a huge jump.
Yeah, like in Fremont, there was
I feel
not a
like
lot.
3-5 is very. I feel like you have like your top 3-5 and your bottom 3-5. I feel like
Yeah.
3-5 is huge. Yeah,
I think there's some guys that could like do good in 3-0 that just don't want to play 3-0, so they play 3-5. Like when I played in the corner state games, we had a big bracket for, and I'm pretty sure I said this on one of our episodes, but we had a big bracket for 3-0. We had 11 players. The 3-5 had like 26, 28 players.
that's insane.
I know. It was bigger than 4-0 and 4-5. I think 4-5 had like 5 players or something.
Yeah,
It's
well, when you get too good in tennis, it's like hard to find people to play.
Yeah. Or if you're like, I was the opposite. When I was in Fremont, it was too hard to find people to play that were 3-0. So I played with all these 4-0 guys and a couple 3-5 guys.
Hmm.
So it just depends where you live too. Like where you live, I just think
Oh, I think you can find anything anywhere.
I think your league would be harder. Not that
Still, the four, what was it? We played that tennis tournament, and it was like the Open or the 4-0, 4-5. There wasn't that many guys.
yeah, yeah. Like well, we didn't play in the open, but yeah. We played
Dude,
like
this is
three.
why we need to do tennis clinics. We need to get more kids just the ability to play tennis. Maybe they don't play in high school, but it's like golf, like Kenny. Look at Kenny. He played golf, and he's good enough. He can just go out and play whenever now because he played when he's younger. So we got
It's
to
true.
get more kids into tennis, even if they don't play it in competitive league. That way, after we get a bigger pool for the adults. I gotta first start playing more myself, but
Yeah,
that's one of my many visions. That'd be cool.
it would be.
It's just like cool if you're an ex-athlete, especially like basketball or soccer. Tennis is very similar from the
Mhm.
cardio piece
Yeah.
and the intensity piece.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Football is just a different game. I don't know. I feel like if you're a competitive athlete, like the competitiveness from tennis to football is the same. Like very competitive.
Well then
But
how come
yeah.
but you weren't a big fan of playing football though, I thought.
I'm
Like
just saying for other athletes,
yeah. Like I'm
I just don't like
different.
getting hit.
That's true. Like you gotta
Like
be like insane. You
just like
gotta
was
be like,
small. So I was a highlight. I would have been a highlight reel for people.
oh, just to like get knocked
Like,
down.
yeah, just get crushed.
No.
I
I
was
was
faster when I played football because I just didn't want to get hit, so it made me run faster.
That's true. I'm different. I'm just like, no,
If
I
you want
never
to
got to
run your
play. So
absolute top speed,
yeah,
just
play football. So you
yeah,
don't get hit.
just develop a fear.
You gotta
Think about your
enjoy
biggest
getting it
fear.
because you hear the NFL players all the time, like, yeah, once I got hit, I felt like I was back into it. And I was like, all right. Like they gotta
Yeah,
get
yeah.
knocked just to feel like they're back from injury. It's like, all right, I can relax now. I got knocked. It's fine. So
Isn't that crazy?
that is crazy.
Takes a different type of human. It's impressive. If you think about football,
Yeah.
is like us replacing gladiators. It's like the same thing. It's a coliseum. There's like a bunch of people. It's very violent. It's very competitive. People get super into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, before we go, we're gonna make our predictions for the Cincinnati Open. So, Wes, who do you think will win the Cincinnati Open?
Ouch. Now I'm gonna ask about my race. That's a jerk move.
Well, you know what? You never brought it up, so sorry. My bad. Forgot about it,
You're
Wes.
supposed to set me
Jeez.
up, man.
I'm
It's back and forth
sorry.
here. It's back and
Well,
forth
I
here. You're supposed to set
forgot.
me up.
Don't be
Thought
such
we
a
were a team.
baby.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right. So,
I
one
put it
thing
in
about
the
endurance, well,
podcast notes. Didn't even read it.
well, you know what? I was going off the flow of the podcast. All right. So, one thing about tennis is endurance, and Wes is working on his endurance. So, Wes, why don't you tell us about your marathon?
Oh, thanks, Wyatt. First off, it was a half marathon. If you cared, you would have known. But anyway, yeah, we ran this sweet half marathon up in the mountains. It's from Georgetown to Idaho Springs, so it's just like 13 miles downhill. And yeah, it was cool. Like you park in Idaho Springs, get on this bus. There's like, I want to, I want to say like it had to be over 1,000 runners. Had to be. But yeah, basically it just floods the town of Idaho Springs. Super cool. Start, you run around this lake up in Georgetown. You see these mountains that are right there. And then you just run down by this river and you're like in these trees. It's amazing. And it was like people, there were kids, there was like high school kids
Mhm.
to like moms and dads and like families running together. There was, dude, I saw 70-year-olds running it from like, you
Wow.
know, they were good shape for 70. You know, they were going their own pace, going slow.
Right,
And I
right.
also saw like 60, 50, 70-year-olds who looked in like amazing shape and they were passing me. I was like, oh my gosh.
Really? That's
Yeah.
great. They're passing
Yeah.
you? That's so funny.
Yeah. Dude, this one guy, he had to be in his 60s. He was flying, absolutely flying. It was crazy.
Wow.
Um, but it was so cool. It was just cool, like energy. At the end of the race, you get a free beer because why not?
Nice.
And we just kind of hung out. I ran it with Audrey, Chelsea, and McKinley. Chelsea and McKinley teach with Audrey, so them three decided to do it, and then I crashed their party and was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this as well." So appreciate them letting me crash it. But if you're gonna do a half marathon, which is half marathons are fun. You can run for like 2.5 hours. This is a cool one to do, especially if you're not from Colorado. You're gonna get to see some great views, get that experience. Dude, people don't understand how amazing it is to see like a river or a lake up in the mountains, like the most clear water you'll ever see in your life, and it's like peaceful up there. Like even though you're around a lot of people, it's this awesome feeling of like solitude, and it gives you time to like think about a lot of things and
Mhm.
just super appreciative of more things in your life. And
Yeah.
one thing I was thinking about is like, man, like when you run, you're in so much pain, but then when you look up and around you and you like, be like, wow, this is like awesome. Like this is pretty cool. And I
Yeah.
feel like, I'm gonna get deep here, but in life, going through something hard, could be small, could be big, whatever. But we're always like so focused on ourselves. Like if you kind of like look around and look what other people are going through, or look at the good things that are around you, you realize like your pain isn't as bad as you think it is, no matter what it is. So
True.
that's my lesson
True
on life for
that.
the day.
That's good.
But yeah, it's called, I can't remember what, I think it's Georgetown to Idaho Springs is the name of the marathon. It's not, super creative, but it's a really fun one. Recommend doing it. And now we'll get back to tennis. We'll end with tennis. What are your predictions for the Cincinnati Open? Who you got?
Um, I'm gonna go off Ben Shelton's momentum and say he's gonna win the Cincinnati Open. I think
You think Ben Shelton's going to win again?
I think he's just gonna go on a roll. I think the momentum he brought, obviously the guys that are gonna stop him are like I haven't seen the bracket yet, but it's like Sinner or Alcaraz probably might beat him. But I just think Ben Shelton could maybe he's just like in the zone right now, and I'm just gonna ride on Ben Shelton until he loses. And right now he's winning. And then for the women, I I really want, and if this has already, I don't know if they gotten out yet, but I really want Jessica Pegula to win. Like I want her to do well from the U.S. She's always like ranked top 3 in the world. And obviously I want to win a Grand Slam, but she's won a lot of big tournaments before, and I just want to, it'd be nice to see another US woman win a big tournament like the Cincinnati Open. So who you
Yeah,
got?
that'd be really cool.
Yeah. Who you got?
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, my favorite female tennis player is probably it's Paoloni. It's the Italian.
Oh, wait. Pagula? No, not Pagula.
No,
Bologna.
I'm looking her up.
Look her up. Anyway, Jessica Pagula, uh, she I think she always comes up like seems like she gets upsetted or she like loses in the semis or quarters. And I want her to come through, man. She's gotta come through. She's so close. She is ranked number 3 because she wins so many matches, and I need her to win, man. It'd be just great to have like her be at top with like Coco Gauff and all the all the other top USA women like Madison Keys and all that. I mean, Keys won Grand Slam, and no one thought she would do it, but she did. But she won Australian. She came out of nowhere and won Australian. So maybe it's Pagula's time, and I think the Cincy Open could maybe start her momentum if she wins it.
Nice. Okay. Her name is Paolini.
Oh yeah,
It's
Palini.
like J. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I think she's just like she's kind of like Alcaraz.
Yeah.
Super laid back, always smiley, hard personality not to like. And for some reason, I just really think it's cool that a bunch of Italians are kind of taking over tennis a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping she wins. I think, to be honest, I think Iga's gonna win the Cincy though.
I can see
I think
it.
she's gonna get some momentum. Yeah. And then for men, I want Shelton. I could see Fritz winning it, but I really think that it's going to come down to another Sinner Alcaraz matchup, and then I think Sinner's going to take it.
All
I think
right.
Sinner he's ready for some revenge. And so I
Yeah.
think he's ready to come back and
He's
just
probably
take
mad because he
over
lost
again.
a friend. He's probably mad 'cause
But
he got suspended for the drug thing that was dumb. And so yeah, he's probably just like, I'm gonna beat
yeah,
everybody. So all right, well, that is
mhm.
the show.
Those are
And you can find us
no,
on
you're good. You got it.
yeah, you can find us on Instagram, and then we're also on my Facebook page as well, and the Wyatt Spalding Life with Wyatt Spalding YouTube channel. So thanks for listening to the Spalding's podcast. Sports, dude, I can't talk. It's been a long day. Say it, Wes. Bring us home. This is a terrible ending.
I got you. Thanks for watching the Spalding's Court Sports Podcast Show. We'll see you next time with more tennis and more basketball. See ya.
See ya.